after all these years that you've had in the industry and all these different experiences, getting to talk to these students, trade shows, everything, you've done a lot. You've been involved in plumbing. You've grown up in it. What's something that if you take the knowledge you know now, what's something you tell your 20-year-old self, your 25-year-old self, your high school self going forward that you wish you knew?
Yeah, I'd probably go back to what I said about 18-year-olds thinking it was their last choice they were ever going to make.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
good.
need to go to college. I just wasted money at college. I went to tech school for music, and that was quite a bit of money. And granted, I did really well there. And the reason I think I did really well there is it was probably 80% hands-on.
Yeah, it's true.
Um, so if I could tell myself anything, I don't know if yeah, I would probably would have still at that age steered clear of my family business. Um, but tried something else. I probably would have tried to do more things with the trades until I figured out um, what I really wanted to do, or go further in that industry, or whatever. But not be scared to just be different. Like at that age, like you're afraid, like you didn't want to be that person that said, "Oh, I'm not going to college next year," because
Yeah,
you think that they're going to look at you as a failure or something less than these other people from your class that are going on um, to go to 4-year schools. But in reality, 4 years later, I could have had no debt,
yep,
a lot of money. I know people at 22 that own their own house. Uh, so like it would have been just different. It's just that initial getting over, like, don't be afraid to be a little bit different. Don't be afraid to make a few mistakes. I made plenty of mistakes. There's still time at that age to correct that stuff, plenty of time you mentioned you're 25 and still don't know, right? Like at 40, like I'm in a good spot, but like who knows what could happen the
yeah,
next day, right? COVID was one of those curveballs that kind of screwed people's lives up. And then all of a sudden you're working from home, or maybe the job that you had before is considered non essential. But construction was generally across the United States pretty much essential everywhere. So I don't want to say it's one of these, recession proof type jobs and things like that, but it is generally a pretty solid industry. Uh, so you're safe in those types of events.